coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Cyclones will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will have the football first. Over the years, Iowa has dominated this series, leading at 47-24, but the Cyclones have won 2 of the last 3. Field hasn't meant much. The road team has won the last 3 clashes for the CyHawk.
And last year's was improbable because Iowa State, they couldn't score. It was 13-0. If Iowa was better in the red zone, the game would have been over. But Rocco Beck came up absolutely clutch. Goes down the field with less than a minute, Palmer. And the always reliable kickers come up big in a rivalry game. 54 yards for the win at the home.
Yeah, I think this was the game that really showed Matt Campbell and his team that they had what it takes to win these tight, close games against really good opponents and really good defenses in a big moment, like what you just talked about with Rocco Beck putting his team in a position to win that game. Iowa State had a special year, reaching the Big 12 title game a year ago. One of those games early in the season, you knew there was something special about this team.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires deep on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Takes it on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So the Iowa State Cyclones offense will go to work for the first time. I know Bo Nix has the single-season completion record, but this guy may make a run for it if he has many more games like the last one, David.
It was crazy. I mean, it was interesting to watch, man. Just in a rhythm, not fooled, like just so confident, knew his answers to the test before the questions were even asked. And defensively, that presents a huge challenge. And Jesse, how do you want to attack it? Because something has to change after that last game we saw.
Yeah, I think one of the big keys for him having that kind of day and that kind of accuracy was his offensive line gave him a lot of time to survey the field and throw darts. So if you're on defense here, you've got to find a way to disrupt his rhythm. You've got to be able to get pressure on him. You don't necessarily have to get him to the ground and sack him, but the ball has got to come out early. You cannot let him sit back there and pick you apart.
Looking to throw, it's back. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. To the ground with the back. He breaks a tackle. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a gap. It's Moulton. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Trying to set up the screen. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And a nice job slipping in the screen. Like, you got to know the situation when those pass rushers, Palmer, are going to come upfield and those situations when you can take advantage of the defense.
Yeah, I would love a David Pollock just running at me free and then finding a way to negotiate the throw around a guy that just knew he was going to be getting a sack. That feels so good. Complete the screen and keep the drive alive.
To the air on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Moulton. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to four-down territory. Here's third and short. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. It'll bounce out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 40. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. Soft spot in the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. He showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Back to pass, it's Beck. Gets it out fast. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
There he goes. The 40, at the 30, the 10, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Iowa!
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Oklahoma is currently ahead early in this one, but they just haven't been able to really pull that schooner ahead offensively. They're up by 7 over Michigan. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. As they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll try it again. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Grab near the marker. It's solid. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Oh, he's got some space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you can tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
The Cyclones are moving quickly down the field. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cyclones are threatening on 1st and goal.
29 Philly.
Slams ahead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cyclones!
Bring in the extra beef. It's goal line. I know what I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to be bigger, stronger at the point of attack, push you around, and then the running back does the rest and finds the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. The give to the lone running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. The Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Caught near the sticks. It's Green. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Looking for space. It's Hansen. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. This rivalry is so important to the people of this state, and it dates back to 1894, guys.
Yeah, it goes back a long way. And when you watch the product on the field every year, it's usually low scoring, but it's a lot of physical, tough people on the field.
Yeah, and, you know, people in Iowa, they just love football. And this is a rivalry game that really hits home for so many. Regardless of which side of the fence you're on, in this game, Iowa or Iowa State, it means so much.
The Cyclones will have it 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on! Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to barge their way in. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Absolutely perfect. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Leaves it with the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Hawkeyes are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Takes the handoff. It's Moulton. And again, stopped right in his tracks. Nowhere to run. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Punt is on its way. Now on the return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Beck. That's caught, it's Townsend. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Breaks into the open. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Touchdown, Iowa State! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Oklahoma is currently ahead early in this one, but they just haven't been able to pull that schooner away offensively. They're up by 11 over Michigan. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Gill. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Quickly to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Makes the grab on the left. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. The Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the returner goes down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, these fan bases have been hyped, and with the CyHawk trophy up for grabs, who knows what the second half will give us. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Iowa and Iowa State plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Hawkeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Fires to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. And the Cyclones send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Coming out on first down with the play fake. With the catch, it's Moulton. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline clip. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Hawkeyes have their offense in high gear. They'll go to the ground, finding an escape route. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll do it himself on the draw. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Hawkeyes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they stopped him in the backfield on third down and short. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. That one may sting a little, guys. Instead of getting it down to 10, feeling good about things, still a 13-point lead. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Beck. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his act.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this third down? Pulls and fired complete. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. And it slips just inside that right upright. That cuts into this deficit. It's now 20-10. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. There he goes. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Wants to throw. It's Beck. He spins that thing down the middle. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Cyclones will punt this one away. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. He was trying to reach the sticks, but he doesn't quite make it down at the 23. It's 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Makes the catch at the 30. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So 1st down will open up the final period. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Beck. Quarterback extends the play. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen.
Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Unloads to the wideout. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. And the Cyclones are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. To the air, it's Beck. Rushes on him. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cyclones! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. And the Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Motion from the wideout. The play action fake. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Unloads to the right. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Trying to get the corner. Powers through the defender. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Got the back over the middle. Inside the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Give to the running back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Beck. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Iowa State! And the punishment has been extended. The Cyclones keep gaining strength, and Iowa State stretches out its lead.
Man, Gaining strength, gaining momentum, gaining belief, right? Like gaining belief that you can get this done. Such a big rivalry game with so much emotion.
Yeah, Iowa feels like they're in a natural disaster right now. They feel like they're in a cyclone. They don't know which way is up or down. They are lost.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his man down the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, but it might be too little too late. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Now from inside the red zone. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. And the pass is incomplete. Looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.